Begin by walking slowly and focusing on your breath. Inhale deeply through your nose, feeling the air fill your lungs, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Let the breath flow naturally, becoming more aware of the rhythm as you take each step. Inhale, feel the coolness of the air, and exhale, letting go of any tension. As you continue breathing, take a moment to recognize everything you are grateful for today. Maybe it's the fresh air, the sunlight, or the strength in your body as you walk. Gratitude is a form of love, and love is the most powerful emotion we can experience. Let this love fill your heart as you walk, connecting with your surroundings. Feel your feet hit the earth with each step, and know that Mother Earth loves you. Every step you take is supported by the ground beneath you, reminding you that you are connected, loved, and never alone. As you continue walking, let your mind shift to thoughts of romantic relationships and love. Think about how love makes you feel. When we are truly in love, our hearts feel light, as if weight has lifted. The world seems brighter, and our minds focus on the positives in life. Love brings us a sense of joy and peace, where everything feels aligned. Love is an incredibly powerful emotion that can transform the way we see and experience the world. When we feel love, our brains release chemicals like dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin, which create feelings of happiness, bonding, and euphoria. These chemicals can make us feel invincible and deeply connected, sometimes even causing us to overlook certain flaws or challenges. In love, we might do things we wouldn't normally do, driven by the intensity of our emotions. But it's important to recognize that while love can make us feel incredible, it should never be something that causes us pain or forces us to compromise our values. True love lifts us up rather than weighs us down. Love is not anxiety, pain, or fear. It should never make us feel inadequate or cause us to question our worth. Love is not conditional. It doesn't come with strings attached. It is important to distinguish between love and lust, between affection and dependency. True love encourages growth, freedom, and mutual respect. Lust or unhealthy attachment can often be confused with love, but leads to anxiety, instability, and even loss of identity. Take this moment to think about how love should make you feel secure, cherished, and valued. Ask yourself, is the love you've experienced free of conditions? Is it empowering you, or is it holding you back? Recognizing the difference between lust, infatuation, and real love is crucial for your emotional and spiritual well-being. As we continue walking, let's reflect on what love truly is and what it is not. Love in its healthiest form is often described as a deep, mutual bond that uplifts and encourages both partners to be the best versions of themselves. It is a feeling of safety, trust, and emotional intimacy where both people feel seen, heard, and valued. Love is not about grand gestures or dramatic displays. It is about consistency, care, and respect over time. Love is unconditional support. Love means being there for one another through both the highs and lows. It is about offering support without expecting anything in return, and knowing that your partner will stand by you when times are tough. True love doesn't come with conditions or transactional exchanges. It is freely given. Love is mutual respect. In a loving relationship, both partners respect each other's individuality, opinions, and boundaries. They encourage each other to pursue their own goals and dreams while also building a life together. Respect is foundational to love, and without it, love can become distorted. Love is trust and safety. Real love makes you feel secure. There's no need to doubt your partner's intentions or constantly seek reassurance. Trust is built on honesty, open communication, and a sense of emotional safety. When you trust someone, you are free to be vulnerable, knowing that your feelings will be protected, not exploited. Love is growth-oriented. Healthy love encourages growth, both individually and as a couple. Your partner inspires you to be better, not through pressure or criticism, but through support and encouragement. You feel empowered to pursue personal growth, knowing that your partner is by your side. Love is joy and contentment. While no relationship is perfect, love should bring more joy and peace than turmoil. Love helps you feel content and at ease with your partner, bringing a sense of happiness and fulfillment to your life. This joy can come from simple, everyday moments, a smile, a shared meal, or just being in each other's presence. Love is not possession or control. Love should never make you feel trapped or controlled. If you feel that your partner is overly possessive or tries to dictate how you live your life, that's a sign that this isn't true love. Love respects autonomy and individuality. It allows both partners to grow and thrive independently while supporting each other. Love is not constant anxiety or fear. If you are always anxious about whether your partner truly cares for you, or if you live in fear of losing them, this is not love. True love brings a sense of calm and stability. While there will be moments of insecurity in any relationship, love should not be a constant source of stress or anxiety. Love is not conditional approval. If your partner's love feels contingent on you meeting certain expectations, whether it's about appearance, success, or behavior, this is not love. Conditional love makes you feel like you have to constantly prove your worth, and this can erode your sense of self over time. True love accepts you as you are, flaws and all. Love is not lust or infatuation. It's easy to confuse lust or infatuation with love, especially in the early stages of a relationship. Lust is primarily physical attraction, driven by desire, and can fade quickly once the novelty wears off. Love, on the other hand, deepens over time. While physical attraction is important, love is about emotional connection, shared values, and long-term commitment. Love is not an emotional roller coaster. If your relationship feels like an emotional roller coaster, intense highs followed by deep lows, it may not be love. Healthy love is consistent and steady, not a constant source of drama or emotional turmoil. A relationship filled with extreme emotional ups and downs can often be a sign of toxicity or an unhealthy attachment. One of the clearest indicators of true love is whether it is conditional or unconditional. Conditional love is based on certain expectations or criteria being met. For example, I will love you if you look a certain way, or I will stay with you as long as you don't make any mistakes. This type of love often breeds insecurity, as it makes one partner feel they must constantly live up to certain standards to be loved. On the other hand, unconditional love means loving someone for who they are, not for what they can do for you or how they make you feel. It's about accepting your partner's flaws, imperfections, and vulnerabilities, and continuing to choose them even when things aren't perfect. Unconditional love does not mean tolerating abuse or disrespect. Rather, it means seeing the whole person and loving them without judgment or expectation. Lust is often the initial spark that draws two people together. It's fueled by physical attraction, passion, and desire. And while it can be exciting and intense, lust is usually short-lived and surface level. It's possible to have lust without an emotional connection, and while this can feel intoxicating, it's not a lasting foundation for a relationship. Love, in contrast, is deeper and grows over time. It's built on trust, communication, shared experiences, and emotional intimacy. While lust may fade, love strengthens as you get to know each other on a more meaningful level. In a healthy relationship, love and lust can coexist, but love is what sustains the relationship when the initial excitement fades. It's essential to recognize when something that feels like love might actually be an unhealthy attachment or emotional dependency. Here are a few red flags that indicate what you're experiencing might not be love. You feel responsible for your partner's emotions and well-being, constantly trying to fix them or make them happy. Your partner uses manipulation, guilt, or emotional blackmail to get their way to control you. You feel like you're walking on eggshells, afraid to speak your truth or express your needs for fear of upsetting your partner. Your self-esteem has declined since the relationship began, and you feel less confident or capable than before. You feel like you've lost your sense of self, giving up your hobbies, friendships, or goals to maintain the relationship. Recognizing these signs early can help you avoid getting caught in relationships that are based on control, dependency, or manipulation rather than genuine love. Healthy love is built on mutual respect, trust, and a shared vision for the future. For example, in a loving relationship, both partners encourage each other to pursue their individual passions and goals. They celebrate each other's successes without feeling threatened or envious. Another hallmark of a healthy relationship is open communication. For instance, if one partner is feeling overwhelmed at work, they feel comfortable sharing their struggles, knowing their partner will listen without judgment or interruption. They work through conflicts with respect, seeking solutions that are fair and supportive of both partners. Healthy love looks like partnership and teamwork, where each person contributes to the relationship without sacrificing their sense of self. As you continue to walk, reflect on these ideas. Ask yourself what kind of love you have experienced or want to experience, and know that true love based on respect and mutual care is out there for you. As we continue walking, let's take a moment to focus on the concept of codependency. Codependency is often misunderstood as a form of love or deep attachment, but in reality, it is an unhealthy pattern where one person relies excessively on another for emotional support, self-worth, and identity. It often stems from unresolved childhood trauma, neglect, or feelings of abandonment, leading to a need to seek validation and approval from others, especially romantic partners. Codependency often originates in childhood, particularly in homes where emotional needs weren't constantly met. For example, if a child grows up in a family where one parent was emotionally unavailable due to addiction, mental illness, or neglect, the child might learn to suppress their own needs in order to care for the parent or maintain peace in the family. This behavior can carry into adulthood, where the individual feels responsible for their partner's emotions and well-being, often sacrificing their own needs in the process. In other cases, children who experience abandonment or neglect may grow up feeling insecure about relationships, constantly seeking external validation to prove their worth. As adults, they may cling to romantic partners and base their entire identity on being needed or loved by someone else. This dynamic can be exhausting for both partners, leading to an unbalanced and unhealthy relationship. What are some key characteristics of codependency? Excessive caretaking. A codependent person often feels responsible for their partner's happiness and well-being. They may go to great lengths to care for their partner, even if it means neglecting their own needs. This can look like always putting the other person first, doing things to fix their partner's problems, or trying to protect them from any kind of discomfort. Fear of abandonment. A deep-seated fear of being abandoned or rejected is central to codependency. This fear can cause a person to stay in unhealthy or toxic relationships, believing that without their partner, they will not survive emotionally. The fear of being alone often overrides the person's recognition of their own unhappiness or mistreatment in the relationship. Lack of boundaries. Codependent individuals often struggle to set healthy boundaries. They may say yes to things they don't want to do in order to please their partner or avoid conflict. In the process, they lose sight of their own needs and desires. Their identity becomes intertwined with their partner's, making it difficult to separate themselves emotionally. Low self-worth. Codependency is often fueled by a deep sense of inadequacy. A codependent person might believe they are only valuable if they are needed by someone else. Their self-worth becomes contingent on their partner's approval or validation, leading to a constant need to prove their love and loyalty. Control and manipulation. While codependents often appear self-sacrificing, there can be an underlying need for control. By taking care of their partner's needs, they may feel that they are indispensable, ensuring that the partner will not leave them. This can create a dynamic where they unconsciously manipulate the relationship by becoming overly involved in their partner's life. Imagine a relationship where one partner constantly feels the need to manage every aspect of the other's life. Let's say partner A is always taking care of partner B's emotional needs, offering advice, solving problems, and even monitoring their behavior to ensure they don't make mistakes. Partner A feels responsible for partner B's happiness and in return feels validated by being needed. However, partner A is neglecting their own emotional needs and self-care in the process. The relationship becomes imbalanced, with one person giving and the other receiving, leading to resentment and emotional exhaustion. Another example is a partner who stays in a toxic or abusive relationship because they believe they can't survive without the other person. They might make excuses for their partner's bad behavior, believing that if they try harder, the relationship will improve. The fear of being alone and unloved keeps them trapped in an unhealthy dynamic, even when their own emotional and physical well-being is at risk. Healing from codependency is a journey that involves recognizing unhealthy patterns and making a conscious effort to prioritize your own emotional needs and well-being. Here are some things you can do to begin the healing process. Acknowledge the problem. The first step in healing from codependency is recognizing that it exists. Reflect on your relationship patterns. Do you often feel like you're giving too much and receiving too little? Do you feel responsible for your partner's happiness? Acknowledging these patterns is the first step toward change. Setting boundaries. Learning to set healthy boundaries is crucial for breaking the cycle of codependency. This means saying no when necessary, expressing your needs openly, and not sacrificing your well-being to please someone else. Boundaries allow you to maintain your sense of self while still being in a loving relationship. Develop self-worth. One of the core issues in codependency is low self-worth. Begin to work on rebuilding your sense of self outside of your relationship. This might involve pursuing hobbies, spending time with friends, or working on personal goals. The more you value yourself, the less you'll need external validation to feel complete. Practice self-care. Taking care of your emotional and physical health is an essential part of healing from codependency. This means making time for activities that nourish your soul, whether it's reading, exercising, meditating, or spending time in nature. The more you care for yourself, the less likely you'll be to rely on others for fulfillment. Seek therapy. Healing from codependency often requires professional support, especially if it stems from childhood trauma or neglect. Therapy can help you uncover the root causes of your codependency, learn healthier ways to relate to others, and develop stronger emotional boundaries. Working with a therapist can be an invaluable tool in your healing journey. Practice detachment. In a codependent relationship, you may feel overly involved in your partner's emotions and actions. Practicing detachment means recognizing that you are not responsible for your partner's feelings or choices. It's about letting go of the need to control or fix the other person, and instead focusing on your own emotional health. Reparent your inner child. Codependency often stems from unmet emotional needs in childhood. A part of healing involves reparenting your inner child, acknowledging the pain or neglect you experienced and learning to provide yourself with the love, care, and validation you needed as a child. This process can involve journaling, affirmations, or therapy to heal those deep wounds. In one example, partner A has been consistently putting partner B's loves above their own. After recognizing their codependency, partner A begins setting small boundaries, like taking time for themselves without guilt. They start engaging in activities they enjoy and stop constantly checking in with partner B. Initially, this may cause anxiety, but over time, they begin to feel more secure in themselves. By prioritizing their own needs, they slowly regain their sense of independence and the relationship becomes more balanced. In another scenario, a partner in a codependent relationship seeks therapy after realizing they have been tolerating emotional abuse due to their fear of being alone. In therapy, they work through their childhood abandonment issues and learn to set emotional boundaries with their partner. They eventually leave the toxic relationship and start focusing on their personal growth. They rebuild their self-esteem and learn that their worth is not dependent on being in a relationship. Breaking free from codependency is not an overnight process. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a commitment to growth. As you continue to walk, reflect on the relationships in your life. Are they based on mutual respect and independence, or is there a dynamic of control, fear, or excessive reliance? Remember, healing from codependency is about finding balance, learning to love and care for others while also loving and caring for yourself. As you heal, you'll begin to attract healthier, more fulfilling relationships where both partners support each other's growth rather than rely on each other for validation. True love is not about needing someone to complete you. It's about choosing to share your life with someone who complements your own wholeness. Take these steps at your own pace and know that healing is a journey, not a destination. Each small step brings you closer to the love and life you truly deserve. As you continue walking, focus on what true love really is. True love is mutual respect, trust, and kindness. It's a partnership where both individuals feel safe and supported to grow. In a healthy relationship, love isn't just about passion and romance. It's about communication, empathy, and shared values. picture a relationship where both partners lift each other up, where disagreements happen, but they are resolved without shouting or hurtful words. In a loving relationship, both people are free to be themselves and are loved for who they are, not who they might become. As you near the end of your walk, return to your breath. Inhale deeply, feeling the love within you, and exhale, letting go of fear. Love can be painful, but it can also be the most beautiful experience. Be grateful for the love that you felt, the love you feel now, and the love you will experience in the future. Repeat to yourself, I am worthy of love. I give love freely, and I receive love freely. I heal from the past and open my heart to the future. Take one more deep breath, feeling the love fill you, and slowly exhale. Now, as you finish your walk, hold on to the feeling of gratitude and the understanding of what true love really is. Carry this knowledge with you as you move forward in life.